November 2024 marks 1 year since I completed 10 therapy sessions. It was one of the many steps I took in my healing journey towards becoming a better version of myself. Among all the lessons I learned that helped shape me and allowed me to get a handle on strong emotions, there was one particular thing that really stuck with me. And today, I want to share that with you. First things first, let's address the elephant in the room. Therapy is not something to look down upon. It gets a negative rep because many damaged people tend to end up in these fancy, swanky looking rooms. But counseling doesn't have to look like that. There are affordable alternatives that can yield similar results to what you are expecting. My sessions happened in a very simple 10 by 10 foot office. Very ordinary except for the beautiful sunlight that streamed in. As a fresh graduate with limited savings, I informed my therapist about my financial constraints, and I still received help at a discounted rate. Think of therapy as exercise for your brain, helping you tap into repressed emotions and become more self-aware. Just like physically fit people still go to the gym, even mentally stable people can use therapy for regular mental health check-ins. 2023 was a pretty shitty year for me. I only started to feel a positive shift in my mental health towards the latter half of that year. And going to therapy was one of those reasons, even though it was initially a difficult step to take. Therapy did not introduce a groundbreaking change in my mindset, but it nudged me in the right direction, provided me with a listening ear, and unscrambled a lot of my thoughts, allowing me to be more vulnerable with myself. I felt very drained after the initial few sessions. It felt like reopening old wounds, but the benefits became noticeable in the months that followed, in various aspects of my life, such as improved quality of life, which in turn enhanced the quality of my video production. One major struggle I brought to therapy was handling big emotions, specifically the negative ones. Growing up, I was often labeled as an angry young man. As a child, I was known for having strong fits of rage, which involved slamming doors and shouting to get my point across. Obviously, the occurrences of said events have drastically dropped in my adulthood. Bad temper doesn't always take the form of loud and violent things anymore. It can come in the form of snarky and passive-aggressive comments. Maybe even the opposite, giving someone the silent treatment. Regardless of the form it takes, strong negative emotions like anger, despair, and anxiety can have damaging effects on the people around you and the relationships you have with them. Not to defend myself, but many, if not all, of these passionate reactions from me only come when provoked. It's not like I'm getting a temper tantrum for the sake of it. Nowadays, having developed a far higher tolerance of patience, I'm able to let go of things before it can even reach a point where I have to give such a reaction. So if I do go all Hulk smash on you, then you probably caused it. Okay, jokes aside, my point is that it's completely normal to have big and strong emotions. We're human, and to repress such natural feelings could actually be pernicious to our mental health. In fact, it's healthy to exude such powerful emotions from our body from time to time, instead of being forced to bottle it up. Many people, like my old selves, love claiming the high ground by also stating things like, "Your anger reveals the true side of you," as if to say that being happy and exuberant is not a true side of a person. I think we're allowed to have multiple shades of us. No one thing should or can define who we are. It's okay to occasionally overreact, over-exaggerate, and be dramatic. Sometimes that's just how big, genuine, and honest our feelings are. Okay, but enough of all of that. How do we actually handle these emotions so that we don't cause pain to the people around us? Well, self-care practices go a long way in helping to deal with these emotions. Journaling, exercising, finding a creative outlet, breathing and meditation practices, or just not giving a damn. These are all great, but something that I've not heard mentioned before, that one thing that my therapist taught me, God bless her soul, was this. To imagine whatever it is you are feeling and to put all of those emotions into an imaginary child. If it helps, close your eyes and visualize a kid in front of you. How would you, now an objective observer, help this child? In this plane of existence you have created for yourself, by immediately removing yourself from that feeling, you start to see things in a new light. Maybe up till that moment you thought your feelings were invalidated. But now that you see that in the child, you feel empathy. You acknowledge that this child is clearly going through a very vivid experience right now. You would probably approach the child with patience and caution. You would help ease them, calm them down, and console them. You won't fight fire with fire, right? You would obviously want to care for this child in front of you. Through this technique, you not only have an empathetic perspective, you also have a third-person perspective of the situation at hand. This technique of visualizing overwhelming emotions in a child draws on methods rooted in self-compassion practices. It allows us to reduce the emotional intensity of our feelings and promote gentleness towards ourselves. By creating this mental image, we can activate more supportive and compassionate responses, which enhances emotional regulation, reduces self-criticism, anxiety, and shame. Now that you feel better, it's likely the people around you won't be negatively affected. There's actual research that has been done on this method. By forming positive neural pathways, we can indeed restructure the brain's response to stress and help manage overwhelming emotions. The wording is too scientific for me, but for the curious-minded, you can read up on compassion-focused imagery. I'll leave some relevant articles in the description below for you to check out. I would encourage you to try this method the next time you feel a strong emotion. It's not easy to implement, especially in the heat of the moment, but with practice, it can get easier. The state of the world right now seems quite precarious. Unfairness and suffering is widespread, and a lot of innocent and marginalized societies will be and are suffering. The least you and I can do is to spread some healing energy and perhaps spark a little hope in the lives of the people around us. I'm not in therapy right now, but I think I might pick it up again soon. It definitely added a sense of stability into my routine, which I really found beneficial. I hope this video was useful to you. I am planning to make at least one more therapy-inspired video before the year ends. So stick around, get subscribed, and I wish you a wonderful day. See ya in the next one.